Okay, y'all. Hey, how y'all doing? You know what? I wonder if this had to be. I'm gonna try to make a video. My next video, I'm gonna make it because I really want to talk about the prison industrial system and how much black men love to complain about it, but they only complain about it to make it better. So, and I think that's really weird that you would complain about a system just to make it better and more comfortable for you to participate in it as opposed to trying to annihilate it. Because I guarantee you, if we got on our signal port and and um and Korean tip and started a firing squad and started caning motherfuckers in the middle of Austin, then it would be a lot less crime and a lot less recidivism. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. So I want to come on camera and say hello first, guys. So hi, how y'all doing? So look, no, I don't have on no makeup. I don't never have on no makeup on here because I'm on my skin thing. I put on makeup when I go outside. That's what outside is for. I think I am gonna start taking YouTube more seriously because there is money to be made here. But I really do this because I like being informative and I like talking. And I more than talking, I like people to hear me talk. And I think I have great ideas and great information. So I like come on here and sharing it. I do say I've learned how to edit, but right now I'm starting another company and it's in distribution. So there's a lot of ins and outs and particulars and paperwork that go into distribution. So not illegal distribution, y'all stop. So I have just been really, really busy. I'm gonna be honest. I have been my T-zone is so bright. I need more lighting, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get more lighting one day. Just whatever. That's the light I use for my makeup. I take from my office to upstairs all the time. But anyway, y'all, I found me a cute little pool table. My bar area is gonna be popping. But anyway, so so it would be a lot less recidivism in the black community if prison wasn't so comfortable. 3 hots, a cot, education, health insurance, all the heads you want. Ain't nobody gonna know. Okay, girl. So, yeah, it is what it is. Let me hold on, y'all. I am so sorry. Please excuse me for this. I'm sorry. This is a terrible thing to do. I apologize. Love you. Hey, how you doing this morning? Can you take me today? Oh, it's a weekday. They ain't gotta go to work. When can you get me? Can I be your last person today? I got an art show I'm going to on Thursday. 11 in the morning. Okay, I'm gonna send me your cash party and my text messages, right? All right, I'll send you a deposit. I'm supposed to do a YouTube video, then I'm gonna send you a deposit. All right. Child, look. I'm just saying I gotta get my cosmetology stuff done. Speaking of that, I need to take a 4-hour class so I can renew my license. I got so much going on. But anyway, so the purpose of this video today is I want to talk about irresponsible sexual behavior. Y'all know I got to use words for YouTube's sake in the black community. And it brought me to the subject of soul ties and how detrimental it is to us as a community. Whereas if it wasn't for having irresponsible sexual activities, there would be less animosity towards one another via these broken toxic or illegitimate soul ties that shouldn't have been created between two people. I always like to say that if you are newly single and you're trying to get to know yourself and you're going on this conquest of not wanting a relationship, not wanting to be with nobody, and this go for men and women, then you should also be celibate. Because what can happen is even though you're not ready to commit to someone, to be real with someone, you could be having this awesome actual physical experience with this person, and certain hormones get secreted, certain feelings start, and then there's a sense of attachment from this other person because they're not heartbroken like you. They're not where you're at. You know what I mean? So with that being said, they're taking the natural order of how relationships are formed. You know, it goes from friendship to courtship to relationship to eternalship. Eternalship. But you know, so with that being said, and you're not ready to take that natural order, then you should really, really, really be celibate, because you're gonna risk hurting someone else's, breaking someone else's heart, or go to a heartbroken class and just two heartbroken people get together. But that could be dangerous too. But anyway, so you're gonna risk breaking someone's heart. How good of a person are you where you're willing to jeopardize the emotional sanctity of someone else just to get your rocks off? You know what I'm saying? Because you know you don't want nothing else but that, you know? And yes, there are people that say, oh, all I want is this, all I want is this, but you're not slow. You know, if this woman has been single or this man has been single for X amount of time, that their mind is gonna take the natural evolution of an actual relationship. You know what I mean? Like me, I'm not F-buddy material. I tell anybody that I'm talking to, that I'm dating, that I like, I'm not the girl that that you could just sleep with. I'm not her. I'm not the let's bang, let's have fun. You got yours, I got mine. I'm going to my business. No, I'm shit. I'm gonna ask you, was you hungry? Did you eat, babe? So with that being said, I'm just not that type of chick. I've never been that type of chick. I've never just been in a casual, actual relationship that didn't go anywhere. So, and I just don't believe in casual X because, and y'all know I'm using certain words because, like I say, YouTube, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So, I don't believe in doing that casually because things that aren't so casual come from that. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about just the STIs and the VDs. That is very serious. What about a child? You know what I'm saying? What about a child that you lose? You see what I'm saying? So many things come from that one act till you can't just take it casually. It was never meant to be a casual thing. You know what I mean? Never. Humans came and decided to make it casual. Men decided to make it casual and women followed. And I think that's absurd because now women want to be dogs because they have been dogged out so much until they don't even want to deal with a relationship or any type of ship, but they still get their feelings attached when they creating these soul ties with these guys. And it's a perpetual circle of disdain, distrust, dislike, and hate. And that's why it really flows through the Black community like this. You know what I mean? You have an actual connection with somebody, be in a relationship with them for 7 to 10 years, when that's not somebody you're supposed to be with. But you was having this unprotected, raw, cosmetic, like I said, cosmic experience with this person, and you feel like that's who you're supposed to be with when you may not. You know what I mean? And then the person that you're having this casual encounter with, where they're getting a soul tie connection with you, and you're not being connected with them because of what you've been through, that's the person that you was actually supposed to be with. But you're so sheltered and cut off to that prospect because, of that toxic relationship that you had at first that you shouldn't have had, because 9 times out of 10, before you had that experience with them, actually, there was already signs that they were manipulative, they were users, they were not on your same mental path. Mental path. You know what I'm saying? They weren't in line with you. You guys were not equally yoked. They cussing your mama out. They fighting on you. You slapping on them, and it's just a ghetto biopic. You know what I mean? And I've seen this happen time and time again with friends, with family. Just I won't want to say with myself because when it gets tough, I leave. Like if I feel as though my feelings, I don't know why I'm picking them up like that, y'all. I'm sorry. If I feel as though I can potentially get hurt in this situation, or if I feel as though my feelings are getting hurt in this situation, or being relegated to just being emotional, or if I feel as though I'm expressing how I feel and then you're not reacting to it, you're not saying anything, I'm out. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of women don't have the wherewithal within themselves. I've had soul ties and I have broken them myself. You know what I mean? And it's hard. It's hard. You do a lot of blowing up phones and you do a lot of text messaging, but I purge it out. I don't care how you could call me crazy. You could say whatever you want to say about me, but look, I purge it out. I unload all that shit on the person that gave it to me. That makes it easier for me to leave. You know what I mean? And sometimes I tested myself one time where I went back and this was a while ago. I messed with a guy where I created a soul tie with that I shouldn't have been connected to because he was just very promiscuous, participating in very high risk sexual behavior, which is a danger to me. So I knew I had to break that off. I broke that off, left him alone, got myself, checked, make sure everything was good on me. And I did it again with him just to make sure. And then because, eggplants be growing out of control nowadays when they organic, So, and yeah, I didn't feel a thing. I didn't call him the next day, the day after that, none of that. I didn't feel a thing. And now, what? A year later, he misses me. He got a baby mama now. Child, she ain't no good. She don't want to work. She be trying to spend up all his money. She not bringing nothing to nothing. Don't miss me now because you had the opportunity. And that's where this thing come from in the Black community where we just don't trust or like one another because now we feel like the next guy gonna do us just like this guy. You know what I mean? So we're guarded. Our walls are up. And then men have feelings too. Men are emotional too. Men, they're humans just like we are, So they might not feel as deep as we do, or they might be poor communicators, but they do have feelings, even though they don't emote them the way we emote ours. You know what I mean? Or they don't speak on them as openly as we speak on ours. I have no problem talking about my emotions, how I feel, what I think, because I think that gives us an equal playing field. You can't just tell me, so for example, a man will tell a woman, I'm not ready for a relationship, right? For now, for a woman, she hears, you know what I mean? This is why I like to repeat stuff. She hears, I'm not ready for a relationship, but I'm not opposed to a relationship, and I like you, and I would like to get to know you to see where this goes. This is what a woman hears. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't hear, I'm not ready for a relationship. I'm only going to bang you out and then leave you alone and disregard your emotions and not care about what you're saying. Even though this is what he's thinking he's saying, this is not what she's hearing. You know what I mean? So I like clarity. I ask, what we doing? What's up? You know what I mean? Now, if you tell me you're not ready now, but you would love to get to know me to see what our future can hold, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm all slow boogie like that. You know what I mean? But when I feel like you just played on my intelligence and you just said that so you can, you know what I'm saying, get to this certain level of physicality with me, then I'm a bounce. Because it don't take 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years to know if you want to fool with somebody on a deeper level or not. It don't take all that. You know what I mean? And I don't give a person that much time with me and that much of my body before I realize, say, I got the dip. You know what I mean? Because I'm catching feelings. I'm falling in love and he could care less. You know what I'm saying? And then there becomes a resentment towards me. It doesn't happen to me because I leave before I get to that point of brokenheartedness. But a lot of women don't. A lot of women can't stop it before the heartbreak comes. I stop it at disappointment. It's hard enough to get over disappointment, especially somebody that you were really feeling, that you really cared for. You know what I mean? So once you disappoint me, I'm out. I quit at disappointment. So I don't get to the point of the heartbreak. You know what I mean? That a lot of people tend to get on. So Let's go ahead. I want to bring this up because number one, let me just say my copyright because I heard they be flagging people. No, I bought all your cards, and I really am disappointed that you cannot go on your site and watch the seasons of the shows. Like your customers, your lawyers that have bought 2, 3, 4 decks of cards from you. I feel as though Mr. Ace Metaphor, I believe that's who. I don't know his real name. I believe that's a pseudo name, but I believe that your customers should be rewarded, and given the opportunity to at least see a few free episodes. You know what I'm saying? We can't pay $30 for cards, like on a damn near weekly basis for you buy all of them, and then then you have these dope conversations, and then we can't comment, be a part of them, or none of that, or interact with you, or it's I think it's just really weird. I think